Good morning and assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you have completed all the written work of chapter 1 as well as you must have read chapter 1 too. Now today we shall be starting our chapter 2 which is microorganisms, health and disease. Now this chapter is all about microorganisms, their kinds and how they impact our health in both positive and negative ways. Also we shall be studying about the balanced diet. Then we would move on to our next topic that would be microorganisms and a little introduction to the kinds of microorganisms.
Well, let's move on towards our very first topic, that is the food. So what exactly the food is? The food is what people and animals eat to survive. Foods contain proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins and minerals needed by the body. All food contains substances which the body requires. Some foods are better than the others because they have a higher food value. This means they contain more substances that the body can use. Now, related to this topic, I have uploaded a YouTube video along with this lecture, so do watch it.
Now, do you know that food is not only the requirement of animals and humans? Just as we make our food, plants too manufacture their own food by the process of photosynthesis. This food is absorbed by the plants in order to survive and to maintain the life growth. After the food, let's move on to our next topic that is balanced diet. Well, a balanced diet is one that gives your body the nutrients it needs to function correctly. A balanced diet provides important minerals, vitamins, and nutrients to keep the body and mind strong and healthy. Eating well can also help ward off numerous diseases and health complications, as well as helps to maintain a healthy body weight, allow better sleep, and improve brain function. Moving on towards the type of organisms. Well, broadly speaking, organisms are divided into two types. One is the unicellular or microorganisms, the other ones are the multicellular organisms. Now, some living things are made up of only one cell, so they are called as unicellular or single cell or microorganisms. Most of the unicellular organisms are microscopic. On the other hand, human beings, animals, and plants are made up of billions and billions of cells, and so they are known as multicellular organisms. Now let's have a detailed look on microorganisms. Well, a microorganism, as I already have defined them before, microorganism is an organism that is so small that you can't see them with your eyes. Now, the interesting fact is that the microorganisms are present around us everywhere. They are found all over the world, like in the air, in water, in soil, in or on our bodies as well, and on the surface of each and every object. In everyday language, people use the word germs when they talk about harmful microorganisms. Now, another interesting fact about these organisms is that they can only be seen through a microscope. A microscope is basically a device which is specifically designed to watch these microorganisms' lifestyles and how they live, how they grow, how they do stuff, and everything. Now, these microorganisms are also known as microbes. Another interesting fact over here is that these microorganisms are actually studied in a separate branch of science, which is known as microbiology. And the person who studies microorganisms is known as microbiologists. You must have heard. So basically, the microbiologists are the people who actually study these microorganisms in quite great detail. Now let's move on towards the kinds of microorganisms. Well, there are basically 4 kinds that we would be discussing in our upcoming lectures. Number 1 kind are the viruses. The second ones are the bacteria that we would be going through in great detail. The third ones are the fungi. And the fourth one are the protozoa. With this, we end up our today's session here. I want you all to kindly solve the worksheet attached with the video. If you have any questions related, feel free to ask. Thank you so much for listening. Take care and Allah Hafiz.